people, and welcome back to our first show. So we start with the first section like usual, where we talk about daily subjects during this quarantine. And today's subject is about students again, because we talked about the shift of from student life to work life yesterday. So today we're gonna talk about how to benefit from the summer break while being student.
Okay.
So summer break is just in few days, weeks at the very least. So many students are just thinking about one thing: vacation, summer break,
For sure.
beaches and everything. I don't know what will be possible during this quarantine, but anyway. So what do you think, how do you think we can benefit from the summer break? How can students benefit from the summer break from your experience?
Okay. So as you said, from my experience, that period of my life was the period that I really sought learning new things. And I did say that I didn't have any engagement in a way that I don't have work or a house or wherever it is, so I can do whatever I can in that moment of my life, and I still do.
Not as much.
Not as much, for sure. So in that period, what I did is seeking learning. So you can learn new skills related to your careers. That's why if you do an internship, don't hesitate to do different type of internship. Don't choose one specialty from the beginning, because you never know. Even though here in France it's very known and it's best if you do the same way, so you can
Start from
for
the same thing.
same thing, and you stick with it, because to get the final best internship at the end of the year, 5 years, and you can work with it.
Mhm.
But to be honest, I say, in my opinion, you shouldn't, because there is two reasons. The first one is, if you need to understand the company, you need to see different layers of the companies. You need to see what sales means, what marketing means, what finance means, whatever it is. This is the first thing. And the second thing is, you don't know. You need to test things. If you think you are good in finance, you will never know until you test finance and test other things.
Maybe you'll be better, or you'll enjoy something else.
Yeah, completely. And what we see in reality, and with the shift that we see with digital worlds, we see that people who did have different type of careers change completely. Means that you're not one-dimensional. You can enjoy more things, but you never know until you test. So this is the first thing, is do internship. Second thing is, try to live experience that you will never learn. For example, go abroad, go to another country and try to learn the new language. You can do both. What we did is, one of the things that we did is, one summer we did go to Barcelona. We did learn new skills, but that skills was the language, but at the same time we did enjoy the beaches.
Experience, and Barcelona is just great.
Yeah,
I
sure.
wish I could go back now.
So yeah.
Yeah, for me it's the same, absolutely. I was thinking about that just before getting into university. I wish I would have started learning before, but I spent like most of my high school summer at the beach, or binge watching like 100 series. Oh my god, but that was good for me, because I learned the languages. I learned English and like a little bit of other languages, because I watched the series in the original version. So that was really interesting. I didn't know back then that I was learning something, but it was beneficial. But once I started university, I had just one thing in my mind, having the most of this experience, like travel as much as I can, learn new languages, discover new cultures, and thank God I did that. Like he said, we spent one summer at Barcelona learning Spanish and enjoying the experience. I also went to Indonesia and spent there like 4 or 5 months, and it was like a totally different and beautiful culture they have there, and I was like, oh my God, you know. So yeah, go up there if you can. Look for opportunities, because I found like a university that took me in, and they gave me like a little assignment to do, like and in the same time they took care of me discovering the country. So we went like to like 1,000 of cities to learn the culture and see different spots there, and it was really amazing and beautiful. So yeah, try to travel as much as you can, learn new things. Don't be afraid. Actually, I went to Indonesia by my own, and many people said that's a scary experience to do. I was not that much aware of it back then, but of course I tried to prepare the set, know where I'll be living, with whom I'll be discussing, if there's somebody that can take care of me if things went really yeah, exactly. So I was with this university, so I was a little bit, protected. Yeah, try to do your homework before going to a foreign country, absolutely. But yeah, don't be afraid. Have as many experiences as you can, because it's not that simple after when you start working. Of course, you can ditch everything and go around the world, but it's not as easy as having like a break. Like you have like 3-4 months of break a break that you can use for yourself. So yeah, you guys don't hesitate to travel or learn new things while at home. You can learn new skills, like my brother said, things that will help you, like get that job abroad, and get that experience abroad if you cannot afford it as a student. But yeah, that would be my tip, my advice, and that's what I try to do. And I regret none of that. Those experiences, they were like gold, and they made me the way I am today. So yeah.
Yeah, new experience shape people. So
yeah, and it
the more
opens,
you try, the more
it opens your mind. It changes the way you see things, and you just become the citizen of the world. Like I say, I am the citizen of the world. I just love traveling. Yeah.
Moving on to section number 2,
where we read inspirational quotes to be inspired and inspire you guys with us. And today's quote is...
today's quote is: great many people think they are thinking when they are merely rearranging their prejudices. Edward Murrow. It's a little bit philosophical.
Yeah.
What I think this mean is, from my perspective, is that sometimes we still believe in the same thing, and we try to find arguments to support our belief. We thinking that we did involve in that, but at the end it's as normal as an excuse. Or not. It may be the truth and it's good for you, but if you see that you support the same idea for a while, and and every time you find new argument for it, sometimes it's true, sometimes you need to take a step back and see, do you seek or do you search for a new argument for it, or there is really a new argument for it? And I can give a small example for that, which is people who try to start a business.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that a lot of people say, which it's not, I don't agree, but it's not the problem here, is saying that they need more experience before they start a new business. And they start by doing 2 or 3 years, and after a while they say, okay, I need more 5 years so I can know new people. But at the end they will not know any new people. And then they say, okay, let me manage people. So they start managing people, and after a while they say, okay, although they didn't learn new things, but they will say, okay, perhaps I need go to another company which have better reputation. So they go to another companies having reputation. So you see in this type of people, and which we see a lot in our field because we are a consultant, and that field there is a lot who seek at the beginning to go and start a company, but at the end you find them working as employees for the rest of their life. And what you are seeing here is they have that belief that they are not enough, and they seek an argument for it. Every time there is a new argument, whether they don't have the best skills, whether they need to achieve certain level or certain reputation, or they have a family, or for example a mortgage to pay, or a child to feed. So for them, they saying, okay, we have arguments. So every time you discuss with them, they say, oh, we want to, but there is this. So every time they found an argument, but at the same time, I can see that every time they found an excuse. I'm not saying that everybody should do it and dump everything. I'm talking in general ways that perhaps that you don't believe in yourself, that you will succeed, and you every time you are seeking new argument to prove to people that I'm not doing this because I can't, I'm not because I can't, I can't do this because I can't. It's not because of me, it's because of the word, and in certain ways.
Yeah, I would say it's hard when you believe in something or in a thought, or you think you are right about some kind of argument. It's really hard to like zoom out and try to see it from another perspective, or try to see it from neutral eyes, fresh eyes. So you're so in deep in your beliefs, or in believing what you are thinking, that it's really hard to like think otherwise. So the trick, which is tricky, is always to try to like talk to different people.
Same I was
if you talk to different people, and like let's say more than 50% of them are saying things different, are believing in the different or opposite argument of the one you're having in your head, then maybe you should reconsider, because and talk to people you trust, seek that fresh eyes, fresh vision of the way things work. So try to zoom out, try to think outside of the box, try to, okay, I'm not Safa, I'm a different person, and I'm looking at Safa, I'm thinking what she can do, or maybe she is wrong, maybe she should try things differently, or think things differently. So it's not easy to do, but it comes with practice, so we should practice on that.
Yeah, for sure. I attempted to say the same thing. Is the trick for it is to see new people every time. Now we have quarantine, so we cannot, but if you do have the opportunity, go meet up new people and
pick up the brains.
No, but ask them, and don't see it as personal for you. So if they say, for example, you see entrepreneurs and they say we need to create a company, don't give your argument, just listen to them. You may not agree, and it's okay. You may at certain point you are right with what you are saying, and you're not ready. It's okay, but I'm saying here is always try to see new people so they can perhaps give you new perspective new point of view of things. And if you see that and you still convinced with your idea, okay, stick with it. If you don't, okay, perhaps try new things.
Yeah.
And so yeah, try always to go and see the people out of your circle of certainties or wherever it is.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so true. Yeah, that was a nice subject. Challenging, I would say. So thank you guys for watching. Don't hesitate to tell us what you think about this code, how you see it. And if you have ideas, new ideas of subjects you want us to talk about, don't hesitate to comment below or send us a message via Instagram, LinkedIn or Gmail. Thank you guys.
Thank you very much and see you next time.
Bye.